crashing in front of you, but you can't truly imagine the amount of water displaced until you feel it firsthand. Luckily today, all of you are going to be our volunteers to help us feel the power of the wave created by our whales. Everybody over to the left, get ready.
Oh!
We didn't forget about you guys over here on the right side.
We got lucky.
Right side, get ready.
Oh shit, let me put my shoes on.
The water is about 53 degrees cold today.
Oh shit. I'm not trying to get cold.
Thank you all so much for being our volunteers.
Oh, you should have seen earlier this lady and the little baby got water wasted.
So, since killer whales live in every part of the world's ocean, it's no wonder they eat all different types of prey, including
Babe,
whales.
we got lucky.
The whale on the screen behind me is the largest animal on the planet. It's 5 times longer and 50 times heavier than a whale the size of Nakai here. So how does a whale the size of Nakai eat a whale that size in the wild? Well, it's possible because killer whales are the ultimate team players.
In this example, we see the larger male orcas surround a sperm whale, forming a perimeter, while the females continue to drive the whale forward until it reaches exhaustion. The calves then move in to join the adults in the group. Whatever their prey, killer whales always cooperate and hunt together.
Even though it's a little windy, but it's warm if you're in the sun.
Play is an important part of everyday lives for killer whales. It's how they teach their young how to hunt and how they develop their skills as they grow. Orcas spend lots of time interacting and showing off their playful side, both in the wild and here at SeaWorld. Porpoising is when a whale swims quick at the surface of the water, breaking out of its reach. You'll see them doing this when catching a ride in the wake of a boat or surfing in an open ocean wave. Orcas like to be touched and will rub their bellies on rocks when they can. You can see Orca here showing you a similar behavior like whales would do to rub their bellies, just like they would in British Columbia. You also see whales imitate each other in the wild. We see it here at SeaWorld all the time. Our whales are constantly mimicking each other and learning from each other. Playful behavior, it has a purpose. Many of the behaviors you've seen here today are used to hunt fish in the wild. But today, they might be stunning all of you. with optimal healthcare, research, and quality of life. We encourage our whales to take an active role in their own healthcare and well-being. They'll provide us with their tail tubes so that we can get voluntary blood samples when we need them. You can see this here on the screen. They'll slide up on the scale so that we can monitor their weight. We do this weekly just to make sure that the calves are growing appropriately and the adults are maintaining a healthy weight. They'll even let us take breath samples from their blowhole. This is all due to the relationship that we've developed together day after day right here at SeaWorld. Now, it's my honor to introduce to you Orchid. She'll be here in a second. She's 32 years old and she is probably one of the smartest whales that we have.
Look, Ariel.
Hey, Orchid. She can pair behaviors together on the first time and get it correct more often than not, which is very impressive. She's also very athletic. She's participated in many hearing studies and has helped save her wild counterparts. We encourage our whales every day to learn something new. Diet, exercise, and of course play help keep them in great shape.
Ariel, put it down.
The whales here at SeaWorld have helped killer whales in the wild by participating in many research studies. One ongoing study monitors the whale's heart rate and breathing to understand how marine noise pollution from ship engines and other sources affect wild populations. In another study, scientists from NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, took measurements of the killer whales living here, including pregnant whales. By comparing these measurements with drone footage of killer whales in the wild, scientists are able to monitor the wild population's nutritional and reproductive states. Other research has been done here at SeaWorld on the mother whale's milk composition. This research will help create an effective model to understand how toxins in the ocean impact wild killer whales and their milk supply. What we learn from the whales in our care every day is actively helping whales in the wild survive. And just by being here today, you've supported our rescue, research, and conservation efforts all around the world. If we work together like the killer whale, we can protect the future of the Orca Orca and this beautiful planet that we all share.
I'm going to help you exit safely so we can continue to follow our safety guidelines. So what we're going to do is we're going to go section by section and row by row. So what everyone wants to look for is an ambassador with a flag at the end of your row. So for example, this bottom section, you're going to be looking for the yellow flag. So once the ambassador gets there, she's going to ask you to stand and then she's going to help you exit safely. The top section over here, you're going to be looking for the blue flag. The center section, we've got a gray flag. The top section over here, the purple flag, and the bottom section here, the orange flag. So again, the ambassador is going to come to your section and row, ask you to stand, and then exit all the other sections. If you could just remain seated until they make it your way. That way we can all exit safely, we can follow our guidelines, we can stay open for everyone, and really enjoy the park and being safe. So right now I'm going to talk a little bit more about this beautiful girl, because she's still out here for everyone, so I'll give you something fun to hear and learn and see while you're waiting so patiently, which we so appreciate. Again, this is Orchid. She was the very first baby killer whale born right here at SeaWorld.